Srisaket saw Rungvisai was back with a victory that is hardly going to be getting people jumping up and down. He defeated fellow countryman Amnat Ruenroeng over 10 rounds, and it has to be said, he looked a little lethargic. He was slow to get into range, he was getting picked off by a nice counter right hand, and he had the bad luck as well of getting buttered in the third round, which caused a nasty cut. He got Ruenroeng's forehead on his eyebrow. Bad place to get buttered. Credit to him though. Just showing why Rungvisai is one of the toughest guys in boxing. Where he just seems nonchalant to the idea of warfare. He just shrugged, got back on with it. No problem. It does have to be said, of course starting very slow. He's been out of the ring for over 15 months. And Ruenroeng, while 40 is a tricky opponent, he's still very fast with his hands, with single punches. And he's got a long reach as well. He's almost at 70 inches of reach for a guy who won titles at flyweight. He well had Rungvisai outreached at this 120-pound catchweight. So it's not an easy assignment for a first fight back when you are inevitably rusty. On the flip side, you can say, why isn't he knocking out a guy who's in the real advanced stages of his career and who's 40? No, yeah, maybe so, maybe so. In those early rounds, he didn't show that much imagination. It took him a while, and he really won the fight more so on volume in the last third of the fight when he got it by the scruff, and certainly deserved to win the decision. Now, after the fight, Rungvisai mentioned Estrada. It's, of course, the guy who he fought not last April, but the April before in 2019, and lost his WBC Super-Flyweight title. So he really wants that third fight. And I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him not fight orthodox for the majority of the fight and just stick to southpaw. But Estrada has that belt, and of course now Chocolatito. Roman Gonzalez has the WBA. And the way I look at it, from Estrada's perspective, it would be perfect if he could rematch Chocolatito, get his revenge over the Nicaraguan, and then go into the third fight with Rungvisai. That would be ideal for him. And I feel that that might happen because I think Estrada Gonzalez 2 will probably make more money than Estrada Rungvisai 3. Either way, we're in a situation where we could have Estrada Gonzalez 2, Estrada Rungvisai 3, and maybe even Rungvisai Chocolatito 3 at some point. Already good fights. There is the Filipino, Yerwin Ancajas, floating about as well, but I think he's going to probably come after those other big fights have been made. So he didn't look great, Rungvisai, but he's still in a great position. I'm sure it's in a contract somewhere that he's going to get a third fight with Estrada. How do you think he looked? And do you think the third fight with Estrada should go ahead first before we get Estrada Choco 2?